All right, you guys, so on today's lesson, we're going to go ahead and see more problems on difference of squares. Once again, difference of squares is basically talking about a quadratic binomial expression where both of its terms are perfect squares and the expression is being subtracted. So once again, the formula, it's as follows. So you have a squared minus a b squared where both a squared and b squared are perfect squares. And that follows to to write the expression as a to the second minus b to the second, where both a and b are the perfect square roots, or are actually the square roots of a squared and b squared. So this leads on to writing a plus a b times a minus a b. And if you take a look at this here, guys, the answers are actually going to be almost identical. The only thing different from them is their sign. That's the only thing different. So once again, a quadratic binomial expression that is being subtracted where both of the terms are perfect squares. That is the difference of squares. So let's go ahead and move on to example one, guys. Here is example one. We have x squared minus 16. And there's actually two ways you can approach this. One of the ways is actually using the formula. The other way is actually using the diamond method. So let's go ahead and start with using the diamond method, which is the one that we are more familiar with. So in this case, when we're doing the diamond method, we want to go ahead and identify what A, B, and C are. So let's go ahead and do that here, guys. So this is A, B, and C. So in this case, A is the coefficient in front of the x squared, so that's a 1. B, if you take a look, it's actually the coefficient of the x variable, and we actually don't have one, so that's a 0. And then C in this case is the constant, and remember the constant is the number. It's just a number by itself. It has no variable whatsoever. So in this case, let's go ahead and build our diamond. I'm going to go ahead and draw out my x. And above our diamond, we have A times a C, and on the bottom, we have a B. A times C in this case is going to give us negative 16, and B is going to give us a 0. So our goal in this case, guys, is to find two factors that multiply to a 16 but add up to a 0. And in this case, the ones that would work for us would be negative 4 and a positive 4. Now, since my leading coefficient is a 1, I don't need to do grouping. I don't need to do anything else. I would be done with this. Let me just write my binomial expression. Or x minus a 4 times x plus 4, and this here is our final answer. So once again, this is using the diamond method. This is using the diamond method, and let me actually bring this down so I could have more space for the formula. So this is our answer, and we would be done there. Now let's go ahead and see it using the formula, guys. I'm going to go ahead and do it in a different color using the formula. And so what the formula says is that if you have a quadratic binomial expression where both of the terms are perfect squares, then you're able to use a formula. So it looks like this. So if you take a look, both x squared and 16 are perfect squares. You have x squared being x times x. You have 16 being 4 times 4. So let's go ahead and write this, guys. I have our equation here, and I could actually rewrite this as x to the second power minus 4 to the second power, which would lead to our final answer being two binomial expressions that are almost identical with the signs being different. So I have x, apologize for that, x, and then a 4, and a 4, and one is a positive, and one is a negative. And this here is our final answer. And as you can see, we actually do have the same answers for both of them. So there you have it, two different approaches to obtain your answer.